wallet hit the subway floor with a dull, unnoticed sound, swallowed by the roar of the train and the rush of people pouring in and out of the car. In a city that never slowed down, small things were lost every second, and most were never found again. But this wallet did not disappear. It landed near a pair of polished shoes belonging to a man who looked like just another tired commuter, standing silently among strangers, carrying a past no one on that train could imagine. Before the story goes any further, take a moment to pause. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the idea that one small act can change 2 lives forever, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this matter because people like this still exist. Her name was Rachel Collins, and that morning had already drained everything she had. She lived in Brooklyn, worked 2 part-time jobs in Manhattan, and carried the quiet weight of responsibility for her younger brother after their mother passed away. Her days were measured in subway stops, overdue bills, and the constant fear that one mistake could unravel what little stability she had managed to build. The wallet held more than cash. It carried her ID, her transit card, a folded photograph of her family, and the last $20 she had set aside for groceries. When the train doors closed and the car lurched forward, she did not realize it was gone until the damage was already done. The man who noticed it was named Michael Harrison. To the world, he was the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar logistics company headquartered in Chicago, a man whose decisions moved markets and employed thousands. To the people on that subway car, he was just another middle-aged commuter in a dark coat, eyes distant, shoulders heavy. That week, Michael had been questioning everything. Despite his wealth and success, his life felt hollow, shaped by loss, long hours, and a marriage that had ended quietly years ago. He was in New York for meetings, but that morning he had chosen to ride the subway instead of taking a car, craving anonymity, craving something real. Michael bent down and picked up the wallet. He did not open it right away. He looked up first, scanning the car, watching people step off in a hurry, eyes fixed on their phones, lives pulling them forward without pause. Something in him hesitated. Returning a lost wallet should have been simple, but years of boardrooms and legal caution had taught him to be careful. Still, he opened it and saw Rachel's face on the ID, young but worn by responsibility, her eyes serious, almost apologetic. He saw the photo tucked inside, a small family smiling despite obvious hardship. In that moment, the noise of the subway faded, replaced by a memory of his own childhood, when his father lost a paycheck and a stranger returned it, saving their family from eviction. Rachel realized the loss when she reached the turnstiles. Panic spread through her chest as she searched her bag again and again, her hands shaking. Missing a train was one thing. Losing her wallet felt catastrophic. She stood frozen as crowds streamed past her, tears threatening to surface. Knowing she could not afford to lose a day replacing documents, knowing she could not afford to lose the money at all. She considered turning back, but the train was already gone. Michael got off at the next stop, his decision made without fully understanding why. He used the information on the ID to find Rachel's address, then paused. Showing up unannounced felt intrusive. Instead, he went to a nearby station booth and left his contact information, explaining carefully what he had found. He also contacted the building management listed on the ID, hoping the message would reach her quickly. It was an extra effort, one that cost him nothing but time, yet it felt heavier than any business deal he had closed that year. Hours later, after a grueling shift at a diner, Rachel checked her phone and saw a missed call and voicemail. When she listened, disbelief washed over her. Someone had found her wallet. Someone had cared enough to track her down. Relief gave way to cautious hope, and then to fear. She had learned not to trust easily. Still, she returned the call. They met later that evening in a busy public plaza near her apartment. Michael handed the wallet back without ceremony, complete and untouched. He watched as Rachel opened it, her shoulders sagging as she realized everything was still there. Gratitude flooded her face, raw and unfiltered. Michael felt something shift inside him, a warmth he had not felt in years, not from applause, not from bonuses, not from headlines. They talked briefly about the subway, about the city, about nothing important and everything at once. Michael did not mention who he was. Rachel did not ask. What mattered was the moment, the reminder that goodness did not require recognition. As they parted ways, Rachel felt lighter, as if the city had softened just a little. Michael walked back to his hotel feeling something close to peace. Days later, Michael could not stop thinking about her. He instructed his assistant to quietly look into community programs in Brooklyn, particularly ones supporting working families. Through that search, he learned more about Rachel's life, her responsibility for her brother, her determination to keep going despite the odds. Without revealing his identity, he directed funding toward a local nonprofit that provided educational support and emergency assistance. Rachel never knew the source, only that help arrived when she needed it most. Months passed. Their lives intersected again at a charity event Michael attended in New York, this time openly as himself. Rachel was there through the nonprofit, volunteering, still unaware of the full story. When their eyes met across the room, recognition sparked, followed by surprise as she realized who he truly was. Yet what stayed with her was not his title or wealth, but the man on the subway who chose to bend down and care. Just before the ending, take a moment and comment below where you're watching from and whether you believe small acts of honesty can still change lives. Your voice matters more than you think. That night, as speeches ended and the room quieted, Rachel understood something profound. Kindness was not loud. It did not announce itself. It showed up in ordinary places, on crowded trains, and moments when no one was watching. Michael understood it too. For the first time in years, his success felt meaningful, anchored to something human. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that compassion still exists in a rushed and distracted world, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories that prove one small choice can echo forever.